Lane Hurt here with Florida State cross country and track runner Silas Griffith. Silas, it's been a crazy couple of weeks. How have you kind of dealt with all the emotions surrounding what's happened the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just been a crazy ride. Initially my first thought was of confusion, a little bit of devastation, obviously a little bit of heartbreak. This no one has ever dealt with this before, and for the coaches to tell you, hey, your season's done, has been terminated. It's just a lot to take in. So the first couple of days were just kind of like a haze almost, like what's going on, a lot of confusion. But since then, it's kind of gotten a little easier to handle, especially as we're learning more of this COVID-19 and what's been going on with it. So, yeah.
At what point did you kind of start to come to terms with that, and like you said, kind of realize the seriousness of things, and like this is probably the right thing to happen?
Right, right. Yeah. I mean, I think we understood how serious it was. Like, we knew it was getting bad, but we had no idea that it would manifest itself in this way, that it would end all of our season, not only us, but, like throughout the whole country and even in professional sports. Yeah, it's scary. Like, nobody really saw this coming. We knew how serious it was, but didn't realize how truly serious it was until it got to this point where, basically we had to shut down our sport.
I mean, usually this time of year, you're starting to gear up for outdoor season. Now you have this free time on your hands. What are you doing to not only stay in contact with your friends and your coaches, but to also stay in shape?
Yeah, it's been really hard, especially for the fact that, like, we're not seasoned anymore and we're kind of training on our own because we can't have organized practices, organized meets, or travels or anything like that. Usually in season, this is something that we work as a team together through with the coaches and with the athletes, but now we're very much on our own. And so, like, everybody's been kind of doing their own thing. Training has been hard because it's really hard to be self-motivated when you don't have, that thing that you're working towards. In season, we're always got the next meet, and that's the hunger, that's the motivation that drives us to do better. And now that we don't have that, and so some of that motivation to train hard and to go hard at it has been kind of taken away from us. And it's especially hard to kind of train on your own when a lot of the guys have been told, hey, you should go home, there's not really anything here for you. And so a lot of the guys have already left home, and I'm one of the few guys that's here on in Tallahassee. So for me personally, wake up in the morning and be like, oh man, now I gotta go run on my own. Yeah, it's been hard. It's just I don't have that thing to drive me towards forward to. So it's been hard for sure.
Is it helpful at all that that Tallahassee does have some beautiful trails, some great places to run? Like other sports can't necessarily practice some of the things that they're doing, but with you, you can still go out, hit the trails, and do the main aspect of how you compete.
Exactly. I think that's the most beautiful thing about running is that you don't need a whole lot to do what you love to do, and I think we've been blessed with that. No, it's amazing, to be here in Tallahassee where you're 15, 20 minutes, perfectly fine trail. So that's been really nice for me to just wake up, get in a car, 15-minute drive. I'm at a nice trail, where I can just kind of let go of all this craziness that's been going on and just kind of just let the legs do the running and just kind of like let the breeze hit your face. Yeah, I think it's been one of the things that has kept me calm in a sense, I would say.
Obviously, the spending time with your teammates, the competition side of things, you missed. But are there any small things that maybe have surprised you that you missed that you never would have thought?
I think I missed all the goofy jokes, all the time that you don't really think about being in a van driving the trail. Some of the conversation that we have and just some of the stupid jokes that we make and things that we laugh at. I definitely miss that. Like, you don't think being in a van full of sweaty 10, 11 guys, you would miss that. But that's definitely something that I miss for sure. Just being close with the guys. Not having that has made me realize, kind of how essential it is to have that bond with your teammates. And when that's taken away from you, that's like, man, I really miss that.
Everyone now is looking for different sources of entertainment. Have have you found anything fun or creative online? Have you taken up any new hobbies that you might want to share that somebody might think, hey, that's really cool and interesting. I should do that too.
Yeah, it's funny you should ask that because I've you know what TikToks are?
Yes.
That's something that I've spent a lot of time on. But I've watched more TV than I'd like to admit. I spent a lot of time on Netflix. Recently, I've downloaded this app called Duolingo, and it's basically an app that like teaches you a new language. And I've taken several years of Spanish in the past, and it's something that I like to. I was like, hey, why not? I might as well learn a new language. I might as well. That's something that I've been doing. But yeah, there's been a lot of little things that I do just keep myself busy. But those are
All
the
right,
main.
well, favorite show and favorite TikTok trend of the moment.
Favorite show would be You. It's some weirdo that's just following around this girl, and yeah, it's it's a lot, but
I've
it's
heard
it's
of it.
been some. Yeah, I think it's really good and very captivating. And then as far as TikTok, I don't know if I have a favorite, but I like all the dancing that's been going on the TikToks. Like sometimes I'd like try to like thought about maybe even making my own, but I'm just not creative enough for it, I don't think.
All right. Well, before I let you go, Silas, do you have a message for the fans out there?
Yeah, obviously take care of yourselves. This is an important time to be, with your family and friends. Obviously stay clean. And we're gonna get through this together, and it's gonna go away like everything else, and we're gonna look back at it, but like, man, we survived through that. So just keep hanging on, and just be kind to one another, love one another, and stay safe in this hard time.
All right. Perfect. Well, thank you for joining us, Silas. I hope you stay safe and good luck with those TikTok dance moves.
Absolutely, take it easy.